Tesla Model X launching in Australia before the end of this year, we thought we'd come down to Tesla and have a look at the first example in the country. With a starting price of a little over $111,000 before on-road costs, you can see the Model X has a very similar front end to the updated Model S, including a different set of headlights with these cool LED daytime running lights. And it's also set to be the fastest SUV in Australia when it does arrive, but it does have a few tricks up its sleeve. One of them is the signature Falcon wing door, which you can either activate by pressing that panel there or using the key and just double tapping here. And the door pops open, uses all of its sensors to make sure it's not going to hit anything, and then reveals this interior, which is really cool. One of the biggest draw cards of the Model X is, of course, the fact that you can option 7 seats. So in addition to your second row having electric seat adjustment, it actually has a really clever mechanism for climbing into that third row, even for taller people. So with one push of the button, it brings the second row forward, and it will move the first row forward as well if there's not enough room. And then once it's ready to go, all you do is climb in and sit down. One of the biggest advantages of having seats in the second row that sit on a single pole is that you have plenty of leg and toe room, and you also have heaps of headroom here as well. But the question is, with a lot of these 7-seaters, is there actually any boot room once you've got this third row up? Well, the answer is yes. And that's because you have plenty of storage room behind the third row, but there's also this handy storage cavity beneath the floor. When you pull it back, it reveals a massive hole where a fuel tank would live in a normal car. So in addition to that as well, you also have the front boot, which is big enough for 2 prams or even a golf bag. Now the biggest advantage here is that by pressing this hidden button, the headrests drop down and you can actually lower both sides to reveal even more room. It really is quite a versatile car. Now up the front here in the pilot's chair, the rest of this is going to look fairly familiar because it is very much like a Model S. But the biggest change is actually this roof here, which extends all the way from here down to the front of the car, meaning you get a panoramic view of what's outside. With deliveries due to start at the end of the year, keep your eye on CarAdvice.com for the latest Tesla news and reviews.